did you and Ethan Page even become a tag team?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's funny. So this was in Jacksonville, like tail end of COVID. And we had just done like Revolution pay-per-view where we did the Sonic Ring ladder match, and I had won that, and that was Ethan's debut.
Yeah.
And so we're hanging out, all of us. Like, I didn't know Ethan before that match. We weren't friends. We had maybe met one time, or I think we met that day of that show. So we didn't even know each other. And there was a woman that used to work for us named Jess Palumbo, and she came to us and she's like, I think we have a promo with you. And we're like, oh, well, what are we doing? Like, we're thinking, oh, are we going to work against each other or something? He's like, oh no, let's go talk to Tony. So we go to Tony's office. And he's like, hey, he was excited. And he looks at us and he goes, are you guys friends? Do you hang out? And our jaws dropped. We're just like, I mean, we cool. Those are my exact words. I mean, we cool. And he's like, I noticed you guys don't follow each other on social media, but I think this could be great. And we're like, oh, he wants us to be a team. So he pairs us together like that. We figure out, okay. And we walk out of the room. The first thing we do, pull our phones, follow each other. And then we start talking about, okay, well, what is this? Like, why are we going to get together? What is it going to be? And that was the day we filmed. I don't know if you ever saw it. We were both in a dark room and we were talking and finishing each other's sentences. It's very cute when you think about it. It's not that, it doesn't sound as intimidating when I describe it. Like, we're finishing each other's sentences. And then at the very end, it pulls back and it shows we're sitting next to each other. And that's the first time I did the snap to black. And we just threw that together. And then from there on, it was just talking. It was just like, oh, like, you like to dress well, so do I. Let's bring that to the show. Let's do this and let's do that. And we came up with, oh, Men of the Year. Let's do this, and everything just steamrolled from there. Like, we connected so quickly. Like, the chemistry was unbelievable for two people that did not know each other. But I think we just had similar mindsets. He's a very easy guy to work with. He's very fun to work with, and putting everything together just clicked so well. I loved working with him, honestly.
It just felt like there was more that you guys could have done together. You were so over.
We never did a babyface run. We talked about it all the time. We talked about it for like a year. The entire time I was out waiting to come back, we talked about like, oh, we should do this when we come back, do that, and yada, yada. And we finally started to do it right at the tail end of his run. We were going to do a little babyface run. He did the Ring of Honor thing, and I came out and saved him. And we talked about a lot of ideas there. It just didn't happen, unfortunately. We left a lot of food on the table, though, which is unfortunate. I hope I get to work with him again one day, though. Like, he's incredible. One of my favorite runs of my entire career was working with him. And again, we left so much meat on the bone that we got to come back to it at some point, somewhere down the line.
I've known him for like 15 years, and I'm so happy that people are finally able to see how talented Ethan Page is. He's crushing it now.
I'm so happy for him. So happy for him. I mean, like, he was like, I can't even put into words. Like, he's so talented. Like, he can talk. He's got the look. He can work. Like, he's easy to work with. Like, he doesn't have, I don't want to say he doesn't have an ego, right? Because his name is all ego.
Yeah, don't blow his spot.
I can't blow his nickname. But, you know, we all have a form of an ego, but he's
Canadian.
So he's polite. Like, yeah, he's very polite. He's just very, like, I'll just go back to saying he's easy to work with. Yeah. He's a very, like, go with the flow, similar to me, just go with the flow type of guy. Like, you know, oh, okay, this is what you want. Yeah, all right, let's try to make the best, like, let's make it work, you know, let's pull the best out of it, you know? Yeah. And I think that's why he's so successful, because his work ethic is there. Like, he works and he eats it and he breathes it and he loves it. And he puts his heart into everything he does. And when you do that, eventually something's going to click for you. And I'm incredibly happy to see that happening for him now.
Were you doing the same thing where you didn't repeat your shirts on TV?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Him?
Never. We never were. I was going to Zara every week. buying a new shirt. And like he was lucky though, because he was finding his online for cheap. I'm spending like $50 a week. Like,
yeah, he was on like Temu or DHgate or one of those websites.
And his shirts were blowing my shirts away. Like I wasn't even trying to compete.
He was getting them for like $6.
So cheap. Yeah. I wasn't even trying to compete with him shirt wise. I was like, you do your thing. You're going to do the wild shirt thing. I'm just going to do my thing. But like he'd show up with the wildest shirts and he'd spend $6 on them.
Yeah, and he's like, I would get them from China and the sizing would always be weird. So I'd have to order like 3 of them and hope one of them would fit.
Yeah. So he spent $18. Like poor him.
So what's your closet look like when you're never repeating a shirt?
Oh, it was ridiculous for a while. I gave a lot away though. I gave a lot of them away. I'll donate them or auction them off for whatever reason, you know? So yeah, you can't just, especially the stuff we were wearing, you get like, I would look at them like when I'm getting ready to go to dinner or something. And I'm like, I can't wear this. Like, when am I going to wear this? So I just, yeah, it's best to get rid of them.